All right, and we are live with some Metal Gear Solid Easy All Bosses. How's Kelly? Take it away.
Hello, good morning everyone, good evening, and good night, depending on how you're watching this. My name is hau5test, and with me I've got Callisto Rain, and we're gonna kick day 2 off here for SDAT, as we just started with Metal Gear Solid, specifically the console version. Yesterday I released something that gave us 2 minutes of time save on PC. I wish I would have selected that instead, but I didn't know when I submitted this, so we're instead gonna have some good old times here on console. And we're gonna begin in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Good luck to your house. Hi, I'm Callista Rain. I will be commentating this for hau5test. We're playing the all bosses category on the easy difficulty. We need to beat all the bosses, so we're like not allowed to skip any, which it is possible to do. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 1, old game. Starting off in the docks, we cannot skip this section, it's just a waiting section. What are we doing here? We are farming alerts. Why would you want to do that? It's a stealth game. Why would you want to get seen by the enemy? You actually want like around 11 or 12 alerts for a part 11 for a part that comes up later in the game. We'll be explaining that in like greater detail later on. But it makes a specific RNG part not as tedious as it can be if you would just go there with 0 alerts.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
They were just trolling the guards a bit.
Yeah, we're just gonna toss and turn them over. And we have to specifically wait for even the evasion to go away, because if we re-alert on evasion, it doesn't count as a new alert, it's the same one. What we're gonna do is over and over again. Then we're gonna wait for a certain credit to show up before we move on.
I think it was Jeremy Blaustein, right?
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
You got like one more?
I heard him. Where'd he go?
And yeah, I'm playing on easy difficulty, partially because I haven't really mastered yet on extreme, which is a little bit sad on my side. But who knows, hopefully in the future go over that as well. I'm at least familiar with up to the, yeah, even the Wolf 1 fight. Like all the strategies are going well, but you know, for consistency and everything, I'm still most familiar on easy difficulty. It's where I started, that's where I'm home, and that's what I'm gonna show you. It's also a great difficulty for starting with the run, because then even if you do like small mistakes, it's easily forgiven. You can still continue on through the run. And I think having more fun and finishing more runs, especially when you're early on in this game, is even more important. So that's just my recommendation. Quickly get an alert here.
You can squeeze it. I think if you do it like not right, you can't like actually enter the elevator, right?
Exactly. If I have the alert and I'm not on the panel going up already, it will actually not start going up. But because I get the alert as I'm on the panel already, the elevator goes off and then the alert starts. So this allows me to still grab just one more.
We're also making great use of the turbo function to skip these dialogues, because MGS2 or Metal Gear Solid 3 do have the ability to basically go through codecs while not pressing anything. They will just auto skip through. For this game, you just have to click every single text away, and that's a reason for why we have turbo. For this part, House is grabbing the chaff grenade and he's equipping that. There's a reason for that. Snake runs faster in this game if he holds a weapon in his hand, like a chaff grenade.
That wasn't quite what I wanted to do. Normally we throw this guy at the vent, and I quickly re-equip my weapon to throw him faster, because we can interrupt that animation of throwing him over the shoulder. Instead, I didn't throw him. I still threw the chaff at the end, so not to worry, that's fine. We're thankfully not that crazy limited on resources, so we'll manage.
It will work out eventually,
Yeah, I'm gonna use an alternative now for the tank hangar, and not use the chaff there, and then we're back to the regular route.
Yeah, a lot of the game is actually also like stuff like this, where you just walk and not really something is happening, or a lot of backtracking, where a lot of it got somewhat fixed, I just say, in the Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, the twin snakes for the GameCube.
For sure.
And yeah, for this version, we have to do a lot of backtracking. Normally we would throw a chaff here, but because House kinda messed it up with throwing a chaff, he's going for a backup to not get seen, to get into this elevator down to B1? B1, yeah.
Yeah. On extreme difficulty, normally if you knock the other guard hears it, but because on easy difficulty, everyone is a little bit more deaf, a little bit underpaid, and they don't care. Due to I have to come up with a quick alternative. I guess it works. No alert means I can still enter the elevator quickly, so we're all good. Yeah, we're gonna move on, and we have a little bit of a pause, and I want to invite FC to join us quickly in the discussion and tell us, because we just started on SDT, why are we here, what are we doing? I heard we're working for a charity, so let's also introduce what this one has as a donation incentive. So
Now that is a perfect setup. Yeah, you tell us what it means to either save Meryl or save Otakon. That's the one we got for this run. Afterwards, choosing the Speed Dogs Burger Buns is going to be open all day, night, early morning, or whatever it's going to be. We got a bunch of other beautiful stuff. Currently, our targets are for the Kirby Air Ride run. To get the bonus 5 dogs run in, that one's met, which is the good news. The further good news in the future is for Halo 3 to visit the Talking Grunt. You all got about 11 hours and some time to hit our beautiful $300 target on that one, which I know we can do. We just love to encourage you a little bit in that. Exactly. For everybody who just joined us, this is Speed Oxathon 2024. We gon' save them damn kids. We're benefiting Save the Children, which is an amazing charity that supports children from early childhood through basic education programs and beyond, ensuring that children are able to learn and thrive all across the world by providing on the education front, on the healthcare front. And every dollar you give, well, not directly, but 86 cents of that, which is an amazing efficiency rating. We Germans are all about efficiency, and I think that's really out there. Exactly. That's enough for me for now. Back to y'all.
Thank you so much. So yeah, you just heard it. Here I collect the money, and also your donation can decide if I go the long route and endure the torture, or if we just have the fast route. Now we just beaten the cell fight, and it's now onwards to Ocelot.
The cell fight was pretty much straightforward. That's when we got the SOCOM. That's the latest point you get the SOCOM on. Now we're going to Ocelot. We're gonna collect a few things from this, just gonna say warehouse. I don't even know if it's like actually a warehouse.
Yeah.
Armory, right. We're gonna get 4 C4 thingies. We'll be using only 3 of them though, but we get rid of all 4. We also get 8 grenades. The grenades will become very handy now, actually. Which I will explain in a bit. But I'm just gonna say, Revolver Ocelot is, we're not gonna do that favor to him. Like, we don't care about that revolver stuff with him. That was wild.
Yeah.
What we can do instead, we're gonna introduce Grenade Ocelot. With good enough lineup and movement, we throw grenades over this square, which you can't and which you're not allowed to enter, by the way, to just finish him off like that. Because in the middle of there would be Baker, and if you would step into the square, he would explode.
Yep.
And we don't want that. Fun fact, if you do explode him there, Ocelot just laughs at you in the game over screen.
Yeah.
Wait. Baker exploding. So is this a flower explosion? Sorry.
No. I think, wait, Ocelot
That's the next level pun. I just needed a second to like...
I think I kind of remember wrong. Ocelot doesn't laugh at you. He goes like, "You idiot!"
Yeah, he's very mean about it. There we go. So we're gonna quickly make our way up here and gonna do the first glitch of the run, which doesn't look that big, but we're just gonna avoid quickly call the Meryl here, and instead go straight to the outer bounds of the level.
A very fun thing that the game does to you casually is basically the game tells you to call Meryl, and Snake goes like, "How do I know her number for the codec?" And the game then tells you just look at the back of the disc case.
There you go. Yep. So what we do is we lie with half of our body in the vent. We look up in first person, and as we let go of first person, we can press X. This is something that was found at the end of 2012 by Magnum66 by playing around with a few things, and he originally did it in the nuke building to get on top of a desk. Alright, time for next boss.
Coming up is the M1 tank, which can be a pain sometimes.
I'm gonna take an extra
we're
save.
throwing a chaff grenade. What it does is it disrupts the big cannon from the tank. We're throwing a grenade up to the guy, which didn't quite work out.
Oh, we'll be fine.
We will be fine.
We used to time to get extra grenades, because why not?
Yeah, that's fine. The first not grenade guy, the first tank gunner guy
That should work, yeah.
got out.
That's
So now
good.
time for the second one. In the meantime there we still had time to collect grenades in that white screen.
Yep.
And that was the tank boss fight.
This is such a, I'm just gonna wing and run. Nothing works. We need an extra grenade at Ocelot as well, so 3 is actually not the usual way. On these we can just use 2, but sometimes they just don't land it right. In the same way here with the grenades, so I need an extra grenade, but because I had extra time to get more, I'm actually still good on resources. So, and that's the way it goes. Now for the next thing, Kali, please remind me to not to overdo it in the early phase of the boss. Because like I have a habit of practicing this boss on extreme difficulty, and it takes a little bit longer to advance through certain strategies. And on easy, I actually have to be careful not to overdo it.
I will remind you.
I hope this is a minimal installment, and it's the console version, so not the thing that I found yesterday, which we can talk about a little bit later when we have a little bit of downtime for the panel key sequence. But yeah, yesterday I found something big for the PC runners. But for now, we're gonna focus on the early phase here of this one, where we do a lot of bosses still.
Found it 2 days ago actually.
So here we go, electric floor. Just as usual, gonna get out the Nikita, and we're gonna shoot out the electric panel here. After this little cutscene.
That's like what's basically the only part where we need the Nikita for is that one shot to get to the electrical panel, because the floor right in front of us is electrical. You can see these little blue lightning things there. So that
Even
is
for a boss fight later, where we're gonna use the Nikita in this one, technically you don't need to, there's an alternative for using grenades. I'm quickly gonna grab the farmers here, just for some consistency. Fun fact, we didn't used to get the farmers on easy difficulty, because the only reason we really wanted was on higher difficulties for Mantis. However, Pazo, I think it was 2023, yeah, August 2023, a French runner called Il Pazo found that we can actually make good use here of interrupting Ninja in the upcoming Ninja boss fight. So that's why I'm gonna get the farmers and some ammo.
It's a ghost.
Yeah, Il Pazo and Tromboncino as well. Both of them collab together to make this upcoming ninja fight a little bit less RNG heavy and more for us controllable. So look forward to that.
very insane people to the community. Very
Very smart.
They found out very much stuff.
Alright, here's the ninja fight. Take
This
over.
is the ninja fight. So what we did back then was we basically kind of fought him normally. Now there's a way to put him in a specific loop that won't get him into the third phase, where he's like kind of teleporting around. That this cutscene happened is still fine.
Yeah, this is the first part. So normally if I double punch you and then throw him over the shoulder, I can interrupt him with the farmers. That's why you pick it up. Sadly I didn't throw in this instance. It's a bit finicky, but it's fine. We're gonna go about this like this.
Yeah, so what we need to do first, we need to get him down the half of his health bar. Around. That's around that part
that's
of like half of his health bar.
I'm gonna
Oh,
start
that's
with the
fine
second
already?
half now.
Yeah, the loop basically is you go crouch in this corner, then with Ninja will like do a stomp attack on you.
Yep.
He does this all the time because House throws him into this specific corner after this stomp attack, gives him a punch kick, sits in the same corner again, rinse and repeat until he's done for. He will not start his hide and seek phase or his teleporting right next to you phase, which is after the hide and seek phase, or maybe it's still part of it, I don't know. But that will not happen at all with this strat.
Yep. This is something Pazo tried to find out to get his all bosses easy category time even lower, and especially on extreme difficulty where the fight gets more and more difficult as well, with the Ninja doing even more aggressive strategies. This is really good for us because we're gonna do this until his health bar is over. And the only thing I need to be really careful about is to cancel my kick. So in case you didn't know, circle, gives us punch, kick. And on the kick, if you press X, you cancel the kick. So you need to give him the damage and then quickly move away. That's why I need to cancel the kick. Because if I don't crouch by the time his animation has recovered, he will actually attack me differently. And that's not good for me.
It's gonna do like some breakdance attack.
Here we go. That's the end of the fight.
That is the Ninja. Now he's just gonna be raging for a bit, having some energy thing, like, wow, you're so cool. Like, he's just overdoing, I don't know. Or we just need to give him a few shots. Well, actually just one shot, but he has some iframes.
Yeah.
But that's the Ninja. Well done.
Thank you. The shame I couldn't show the cool glitch because the phase 1 is where we still are in the cutscene, but we can actually move around. So this looks quite funny as he's saying all of his lines, where we're constantly still punch, kick him the whole time. A little bit of a break, and yeah, once again, if you want to support the charity and also decide if I go through torture or not, you can vote with your donation towards the incentive to save Meryl or to drive into the sunset with Autocon. This really takes some time, yeah. Shout outs to the PC version where we can do this instantly.
Yeah, the next thing is gonna be we need to go we need to go to B1 again to find Meryl. And then we're also once again at the next boss fight. Which will be Psycho Mantis. Very iconic boss from what I hear around and all that, like.
Yeah, back in the day when you had a save file and he actually reads out your memory card, that must have been so scary. My first time playing the Metal Gear Solid series, sadly, was in 2014 when the Legacy Collection was out, but at least I got it all together. So that was fun. Getting some extra resources here.
There was a meme about when the Master Collection released, so the PC ports for Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, that Mantis doesn't read your memory card because you don't have one. He instead reads your browser history.
Oh, I can imagine the horror.
Have these gentlemen never seen private browsing?
So quickly here, alert Meryl and grab the box, which is also a fun little trick we can use later. And now we're gonna quickly run after her.
Little pee break.
Yeah,
I hope everybody's hydrated in chat.
Yeah, keep it hydrated. I'm gonna hydrate right now. Cheers.
Okay, let's go.
If you call in this game, or in the entire series actually, you can call specific people. For example, if you don't know where to go and you need help, you call someone, they tell you where you need to go. There are a few women you have on your call menu basically as well, and Meryl runs to the women's bathroom and snakes follow her because they need to talk. When Snake enters the women's bathroom and you would call one of the women, like Mei Ling, for example, she would be very disturbed of why you are in the women's bathroom and why would you follow a woman into a woman's bathroom.
Yeah.
The game has a lot of these secrets. There's like a 1.5 hour video that covers like these little things for Metal Gear Solid 2, which is a lot.
And just they do the same thing, but Ryan gets talked down even more.
Yes.
Yeah. He's just stumbling, like, I don't know, I thought, oh, we know why you're there. Alright. So So what people do sometimes here, because we're playing on an emulator specifically, is that they're gonna go and change the controller port. But I am actually having two controllers here just for convenience. So I'm just gonna swap over in just a second. Gonna quickly turn up right, and then we start Mantis.
Mm-hmm. The Mantis fight follows a setup. We need to shoot him. I don't know what it was on easy anymore. 8 times?
7 times.
7. 7 times, and after those 7 times, you will throw a grenade at him. What that will do specifically, I will explain when it's the time for that.
Save. Sir? With the last bullet, okay.
There. And now I just throw a grenade at him. What it did was Meryl now will stand up. And if done correctly, she will instantly fall down.
There you
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first of Meryl's possession skip.
Yes.
Now the second one, you will also maybe hate me doing this, especially if you're donating towards the Meryl finish.
Stop!
She's far away, and what's next to me? A grenade! Boom. This will knock her out.
She's very durable.
Or she's very dull, yeah, she can handle it.
The rest is just
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay safe and easy here.
just the fight. The grenade actually kinda killed him, like his health bar went to 0 actually. But why we throw the grenade if it actually doesn't kill him? He would stop just roaming around and he would instantly go to the table and just stand there. Instead of being on places you don't want him to be.
Yeah. There's also a
Thank you.
strategy that was found also last year by Pause once again, where we would use a claymore at his feet to explode him into the next phase and start, or actually skip a lot of the first initial phases. But because we're playing on easy right now, the strategy is actually slower. Still works technically, but
I'll take point.
just doing it this
Snake,
way with the
you
grenade
follow
directly
me.
is even faster.
Hmm.
Alright,
Now we're
here's a
gonna
little
have a-
vent technically, so I'm gonna do a vent glitch if I do it right. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So quickly
There.
jumping over here. And what
Oh,
that
you're
does
not
is
doing
we're
the
actually gonna
thing.
not load in the texture for the second phase. Yeah, I actually
doing-
wanted to show something else with the box. I'm gonna do it the second time around. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we're gonna hear Meryl talk about the dogs. Let's see.
Mm.
Snake, what's wrong? I thought you were good with dogs.
Do we want to talk about the PC thing on the first backtracking section?
Sure. We got some time.
We
now
got
Meryl
some
will
time.
impress us.
Place is mine. I'll take
All right,
control.
actually, we can
back,
talk about it
okay?
right now. So cutscenes like this, where there are cutscenes, but they're not
Leave it
really
to me.
cutscenes. You can't skip this. This is like an interactive thing that just happens. You can't do anything against that. PC games, or like old PC games, I guess, had the option to full install the game or make a so-called minimum installment. And because hau5 is doing great work for the community right now, roaming through old forums and all stuff, figuring out what maybe has been lost media as well, and what tricks we might be not using anymore,
So, what do
but that
you
have
think?
been used like,
Pretty
what,
good, huh?
in 2004, for example, or whatever.
It sounds
There
weird.
was a
The
run
mantis
2
stole
days
into my
ago
mind.
that we
I
watched
was able to
on
see
Discord
where the
screen
minds were
share.
placed.
Yeah, from
Are you-
2011.
Yeah, from
Unlisted.
2011.
Only
We only found it through a
Unlisted.
forum.
Yeah, no one could have like actually found that run. Whereas a few of these interactive cutscenes were missing.
Yeah, we just skipped straight up.
They were just playing for like 1 milliseconds and then they were just skipped. And I was like throwing a thesis in the room. I was like, maybe you could like delete the cutscenes from the folder because you can do the same thing in Metal Gear Rising, as I've been told. Turns out, if you do not full install the game, but minimum install the game via the PC launcher thingy, things like these will just get skipped. And
Yeah.
for the instant of all bosses, it is a time save of 2 minutes and 13 seconds, just because you do not install the full game.
There. Whoa,
That's-
that was close.
That's the whole thing about why the entire community waited yesterday because House was like saying all day, "Wait, I'm cooking something.
I'm cooking,
something."
I'm cooking. And I was so busy with real life stuff being interrupting me the whole time. I was like, sorry guys, I take so long. I don't want to like stress you out. I know this is big. I just need to
And
verify a few numbers. And it took sadly until 10 p.m. my time, late in the evening. I was like, sorry guys, but it's still
And I
worth
was
it.
like, and I was like so excited to see it too. And then the moment it came out, I saw on the title already. Wait, I know about this.
Yeah, I told you, you know.
Yeah, but
You just
told
happened to
that
guess wrong. I was like,
everyone.
not that when you guessed.
You told that to you said it to everyone that they know. Yeah, the funny thing is now people are also trying to figure out what it does for Metal Gear Solid 2 because it also has one of that launchers
Yeah,
where
with
it tells
minimal
you.
or full install.
Yeah, that would be great if that would be a thing. There was a lot of talking about this trick thing. We're also not running on a PC version, which is why a lot of these things are here. Meryl has been shot by Sniper Wolf. How do we fight a Sniper Wolf? We will get a sniper ourselves and become Sniper Snake. This is a minefield we're walking on right now. We will avoid very many claymores. You can't see them because you could see them with a night vision goggle thingy, but we don't have that.
Yeah.
House just happens to
We
know
just
where
don't
they
need it.
are.
Yeah. I'm gonna make our way over to the armory now. Right, nothing
Yes.
bad can happen. Unless you are
Nothing
really
bad.
unfortunate. Let's see what happens this time.
Alright, I would love to hit you all up with what we got next on the schedule,
Let's do it.
if that fits right in. We got Veggie or Veg with Mega Man 2, 80% Buster only coming up right next. Then right afterwards, we got some Chrono Trigger, and I heard people are hyped for that. A randomized bucket list is the category, and I'm gonna be excited for that, especially since I don't know anything about it. But the most important thing is that we got a reward of $5 to pet the cat. I think that means every
very good.
$5 gets a pet. We had that yesterday with beautiful Trico. Got to do it today as well. It
Let's
is
do
the
it.
law. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's run by Derek GNC, by the way. And then we have the Linkmeister with Super Metroid Dark Home Hospital, 100%. Dark Home Hospital sounds like, am I right? That is a ROM? Custom ROM? Or am I just not up to date on my Super Metroid?
I think I've not heard of the game, so it might be.
We'll learn about that soon. Alright. Thank you, AP, for hitting us with the dono link.
There you go. Quick distraction, chef. And just toss this guy over without needing to wait for him.
Yup. So now we got this Le Sniper to get to Le Sniper Wolf.
Indeed.
That's one of the backtracking sections I've been talking about at the start of the run. Where you just go back an entire thing. That's a thing where the remake, the Twin Snakes, just gives you this sniper. You have
Actually-
to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, it's in the
But
new
not
building, so the
as
same
much.
building here.
You don't need to go out and you don't need to go up an elevator, leave a building, go over a snowfield, go down another elevator, then repeat the whole thing. Yeah.
By the way, I
This
just
is
went
the-
out of bounds. This is the thing I wanted to do before. I just didn't do it. So I'm gonna do it now.
That's a cooler strat, because it looks like you're doing it blindfolded, which you kinda do, I guess.
Yeah, and I miscounted the steps. So we enter basically the door from the other side. That's all we do. I can hear Sniper already aiming on me, so hopefully I'm fast. I'm fast. Let's go. I'm speed.
Sniper
And
Wolf
she's
is
hiding. Oh, well.
an annoying boss, to be honest. House is always going out of his scope and back in the scope again. He's doing that because that was a
fight.
nice fight.
Yep.
He's doing it because Snake is very shaky with the sniper, even though he's laying down. You could fix that by taking a Pentas, but that's very much out of our way. And if you just re-equip the sniper, it
Quickly
won't...
gotta interrupt here. We gotta know the incentive goal right now. I'm very, very sorry. This is the boss fight that I'm in, so I'm gonna quickly stall, but yeah. What
No,
are we
we got
actually
it.
up right now?
If Meryl is ahead at $50, we got
Okay.
a donation in. It seems. Somebody.
Thank you very much for the donos.
Give me.
So we're gonna save Meryl. Let's do it.
Yeah. Theory UK dropped $25 on that. Sorry, House. You know the rules. It's a marathon run, and you have to save Meryl for Joe.
Let's do it for Joe.
Thank you, Theory UK. Love to see it. I mean, it means more run, obviously. So that's the way we take it.
Yeah. Saving Meryl means enduring this torture, House needs to mash his life back up. Or he's being boring and uses turbo.
No, I'm mashing manually.
Okay, that's
For the
good.
kids. No.
For the people that care about it, just me.
Because I
yeah,
know
but-
you're with me, of course I want to make you proud as well. But yeah. There's a few people that really prefer mirror ending. So Joseph Joestar 316, that's a Joey just in the dono. He actually just likes mirror specifically because nobody else does it. And I'm like, you know what, that's fair. And every time when we do a speedrun race, he asks me, hey, you want to do mirror ending? I'm like, sure, if we both do it, let's do it. Because there's really no harm in it. It just takes a few minutes longer.
Yeah.
There we go. What's cool is if we do the Meryl save, we actually get this cutscene skippable. If we just give up, we have to listen to Otacon and be like, so you're just human after all. So yeah, if we actually do it, it's even better.
Yo, Snake is not human. He's a snake, obviously.
Yeah, we're gonna punch in the air now to prevent Johnny from sneezing. He will sneeze at all corners of this room and in the center. And sneezing is actually a little bit slower, and versus slightly versus just having him shout at us. So that's why we punch to distract him, and then he's like, oh, what the hell? So there we go. Can I go, nah?
Shut up! Shut up!
He said he's aggressive in this game. In TTA, he's just like, oh, come on, dude. Like, don't make a fuss about this.
In TTS, he's like really, shut up in there, will ya? He's like so polite though.
And I think you can definitely hear that he has a cold. He's like, shut up, yeah, will ya? And like his nose clogged up. But then this is just aggressive, like, shut up in there.
So mean.
Practice my double punches here for later.
Fun fact: if you would do an any percent run, you would basically, before you do the cell fight where House got the SOCOM and got all the guards down, you would do a vent glitch and instantly be here. This is like a what? Let's just say 30 minutes time save for a speed run. If you then would do Meryl ending, in that case your health bar will be very small, and it's very somewhat risky to do Meryl ending, because as you beat the bosses through the in this game, your health bar becomes progressively larger.
There's like an internal rank up system that also allows us to grab weapons depending on the level that we have.
Okay.
Hey,
I'll tell you
actually?
once more.
Yep, that's why any percent was not possible for a few weeks, because we are not able to skip the hinds, and we need the stinger for that. Because if we're missing flags, each boss gives you a little bit of a rank up, and with specific rank ups, you can only then use weapons. So in 80% for a long time, we were missing, for example, the PSG1 we can't even use until after Wolf 2, stuff like that.
I thought you just couldn't pick up the PSG1 because the game assumes you already have it, so it doesn't want to give it to you a second time.
No, you can pick it up, and then it will be at 0 ammo. but you will not have the required level to use it. So it's basically like just not giving you the pass for that weapon. It's like, nah, you're not ready for this yet.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
And alongside with the rank up system, there's also of course the health rank ups. So when you start the game, you have like a very small health bar, and as you move on, you rank up, you get even more health.
Like in the MSX games from like
Precisely.
1987 and 1990.
Well done. Yes, that's both the release dates for the MSX titles.
Yeah, the 1987 is better though. I can't be friends very much with Metal Gear 2.
That is sad, but I can understand that from a speedrun perspective. The first game, Metal Gear MSX, is like 20 minutes roughly, and the second game is an hour, so it's much longer, way more backtracking even than Metal Gear Solid 1. But
Yeah.
I like 2 more just for the style of it.
I think that's why I don't really like it. There's a lot of backtracking, and it's confusing because you see so many places multiple times that I don't even know where I am right now.
Yeah, the first Metal Gear game, which I think I maybe have done as well for SDAT, is very much action back to back to back and barely any backtracking. I think not at all even. I mean, technically there's one time where we go up one path and return just to go off another crossing. Technically that's a backtracking, but I mean, you know, that's so small. Doesn't even count. Alright, Johnny is off. He has probably some digestive problems, and we're gonna be alone in here. Thankfully, though, we have friends with the other side being nerds, and they have stealth technology. So, our good old friend Otacon, who we're not gonna see in the ending this time, because we just did another ending, is now coming as like, Snake, I know you don't like me, but here's ketchup for you. And I'm like, well, thanks, I was actually hungry. I'm gonna. Wait, actually, we're gonna use it to escape. We can't eat the ketchup then.
See you later.
Alrighty, tidy, we're gonna do it like this. There's the ketchup. Splattered all over us. It looks like it's blood. And Johnny's coming in like, what the hell happened here? Yep. And then we're gonna stand up and be like, haha, you fought.
There are a few ways how you can trick Johnny. You can also lay under the bed, and he will just think you're gone. But the ketchup thing is just the fastest one because you're also very close to the door.
No, dude, yeah, didn't do it right. So we're going for the actual lore ending. So not only are we gonna save Meryl so she stays alive, we also leave Johnny alive because he's pushed Johnny Sasaki for Metal Gear Solid 4. So now that he's alive, hey, the actual lore accurate ending. Let's go.
Let's go.
I was practicing this specifically in preparation for this event. This actually cost some time, but you know. Sorry, FC, yes?
Yeah, the canon has been preserved.
Yes, exactly.
The donations were to save, well, not kids, well, that too, but save the canon and Meryl.
Exactly.
Canon
best of
percent,
endings.
exactly. Also, glug glug glug. Those are the sound of someone definitely very well hydrated.
Absolutely. Oh boy,
Yeah.
just hydrated as well.
It's
Also
going
be-
to be 35 degrees Celsius, so yeah, that's a
Yeah.
billion degrees Fahrenheit, I think.
Roughly.
Yeah, because we just did this backtracking section when we got the sniper. It's so good that we just need to do it a third time because it's so funny.
Yeah. Once again, crossing here through the nuke building. I'll try to be very fast and using the chaff distraction. There we go. Cooking here, going up. And as I turn around, let go.
What was that noise?
Nicely done. Toss him over and get him out of the way.
Wilhelm scream! Ah!
Yeah, that would be fitting, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, we do this distraction so he turns to the right and we can walk up to him and quickly throw him over the shoulder. It's not even necessary to throw him over the railing, at least on this difficulty. But if you don't distract him and go left, he would actually walk even closer to us down to the stairs and only then turn around, so it takes forever. So we need to distract him like that. And it's a little bit tight with the timing, but I made it work. Enough practice has been performed. Alright, so it's the third time through the cave. Once again, I'm going to take it easy here. See if I can First try, let's go. I'm gonna quickly tap the little dog on the head. This was a very friendly pet. I will not take any answers other than that. I'm gonna get through here. Hello. Alright,
Hello.
time for a
Hello.
very long
Hello.
sequence, which in the old days where we are not allowed to use turbo, we'd have to mash manually through it, and especially after just having performed the torture. This is very long. Thankfully, though, here I am allowed again to use turbo. If it would work, I have a little bit of trouble right now getting it to work properly where it's very fast. Sometimes it just stops. And I think I'm just gonna use the slower version for the rest of the run. It's a little bit annoying. In any case, I'm glad that the Metal Gear Solid scene is full of older people like me, because we're all having problems with our thumbs. And so we're most likely, if it's reasonable to allow turbo, especially for cases like this, we're literally just mashing the codec as fast as possible. So in this game, this is the only allowed use for turbo, just to get through the codecs and being friendly for our old hands. So that's all nice and good. All right, we'll get back to the next big skip. And I'm sure...
yeah,
you
it's the so-called boba skip, from maybe a thing people have heard of already. For those who don't know, there was a streamer in like 2020 or 2021.
21.
That was 21. That was just playing the game casually, just playing through it, trying to discover things. When out of nowhere, she skipped half of walking up the tower, probably more than half even. It's a, how many minutes? 2.5 minutes skip?
Roughly 2.5 on console, yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes. Where if we align like this...
And get very lucky.
And get a damage animation, a very specific damage animation.
Yeah.
If you get lucky, you clip behind the door, which, yeah...
Touch the load zone trigger and we move on here.
Yep, house would be here in 2.5 minutes basically.
Yeah, we're not going all the way up. We're not going through the rappel sequence. So there's that. Also, there's no guards here on this walkway because this walkway version that we load in is specifically the one after we would have already visited once. And so the game's like, yeah, if you're here through the door, right, you mean the one where, you know, there's no guards anymore. There's also no hind attacking us. So yeah, we're all cool with that. And if we get it, which sadly is RNG based. So basically there's two kinds of damage animations. We want to have the one plane, not the other, where his hips swing all the way back. Oh, you know, I'm just getting a very important call. I should quickly take this. What do you think? Should we maybe get rid of this bomb in our inventory? Oh my god! Good old marathon runs. Because I usually also go for the autocon ending, I always forget there's a bomb in my inventory. Thankfully, though, we get these codec calls in surprising places. And I was like, oh yeah, right! Gotta get rid of that thing. So I quickly tossed it at the bottom.
Yeah. There's actually no reason for Snake to go down the tower. The only reason for him, or for us actually, to go down the tower is just so he can look down that the stairs are broken and he says, damn, and now we need to go the entire tower upwards.
Yeah.
I know that Repeats is trying very hard, also a member of the MGS1 community specifically. He's trying very hard to find a tower B skip for all of this because, yeah, this is tedious. I don't like
on console
it.
specifically. I mean, on PC we can skip the entire tower, thankfully, but yeah, for console that is still a huge thing that we want to skip. Because even on any percent where we don't fight the hind, we still have to go all the way up, unfortunately. So if we can skip even that, that would be massive time save.
Yeah, we also have once again the next boss upcoming in a bit once we're up on this tower.
There we go.
It's like, I don't know, I feel like every... Ooh,
Close.
that was lucky.
Yeah, very slightly too late. I still didn't get shot, let's go.
Every boss in Metal Gear game that is not the end boss and is like mechanical is a run killer. It's the hind D in MGS1. It's the Harrier in MGS2. It's the Shagohod in MGS3. And so on and so on. Hind D is a funny little boss. I don't really know how to explain this because one, you're doing another strat than I do, and I don't know. Basically, you wanna hit him always as he flies by, also not hitting him while he's in his iframes.
Yeah.
It's a really annoying boss. Sometimes he just behaves differently than you want him to behave.
Excuse me, sir. He got away. How annoying.
And the stinger also, like if you're used to the MGS2 stinger, the MGS1 stinger is not that good honestly, because the lock on for that goes lost kinda easy, but it's still manageable.
Yeah, it's still better than the TTS one, which uses the MGS2 engine, but you know, still has this annoying. Wow, what a corner shot!
That was
I almost thought
something.
I would blow myself up, but I didn't. I'm still gonna put on the rations just for safety, although I'm perfectly fine in this position here, even though it looks like I'm very close to the explosion like there. But this is fine. Yeah, TTS has the MGS2 stinger, but MGS1 behavior, and the combination is just really weird. I don't like it personally. Alright, for phase 2, let's see what we can do here.
In phase 2 he has an annoying thing he can do. He can go somewhat down, which
Yeah,
won't
under
allow
the
you to
building.
hit him. Yeah, he's like going under the building so you can't hit him. Especially on easy that's bad. Because it is easy difficulty, he's staying down there for a long time sometimes. And that's annoying.
Ah, he's finally over me. So this is what we want him to do actually. We want him to have like just fly over our heads, because if he's very close he actually doesn't even start attacking us. He just shoots, but his LMG just can't hit us. So there we go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna chill now here.
That was the high fight. He's now gonna fly away to make his last attack. So until then we just wait.
Let's use this chance to quickly hide it.
Hydrating is fun.
Yes! Fun for the whole family.
Not gonna lie, I do have fun just drinking water these past few days. Oh well, iced tea I guess. But it's somehow very fun to me. And eating.
Let's go.
Became very fun to me. And I think that's kind of a weird thing to say.
Eating is good. Good food is always appreciated. Alright, here we go. Down again, and now we know, hey, the elevator's working. Let's go. We can finally go down. Hopefully nothing bad awaits us here. I'm gonna just quickly get some extra stinger here to hopefully have a better time now at Wolf 2 coming up.
Some more stinky missiles.
Stinky. Alright, we're gonna do a little trick here where I get rid of the turrets, and that's simply throwing the grenade at the right time.
Oh,
And especially on
really?
extreme, this is very annoying where it doesn't get deleted quickly enough, and you get shot and you're already low on health after the hind fight.
Yeah, nothing bad is gonna be here except these 12 turrets on the way down.
Yeah, I basically count. Sorry, yeah. Go ahead.
Since y'all had it about food and water, let me just hit you with a quick fact about what your donations can do. $50, for example, can supply a home water filter, so girls spend their days in school and not fetching water. So anything you can give is appreciated. Give according to your means, and yeah, no, it will do a whole lot of kids a whole lot of good. So thank you everybody who's chipping in.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Huh? Am I too heavy? Did I eat too many rations on my way here? I mean, I know I used a lot of it, but that many that the alert goes off? Come on. Can't be real.
That's wrong, Snake doesn't like the rations.
That's also true.
Too late, Snake.
So yeah, actually there are 4 people inside the elevator with you, with some camo, that was something. with the camo thing that Otacon has as well. It's kind of an ambush, but we just try to choke them out and beat them like this.
I'm gonna quickly...
The annoying thing is that if you choke one of them out and at least one other person is right next to you, he hits you, and you just fall down, and that's annoying. Doesn't
especially
take
if you
as
don't
much
finish
time
the
to,
job. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take as much time to get up as if it would take you on like Metal Gear Solid 2, for example, but it's still annoying.
For sure it is. Ah, no. Ah, I thought I could see it away. If only the door would open to the other side. Oh, but no big deal.
Now,
What the hell? Been attacked. Well, here we go. This is the round 2 of Wolf. Now we're really gonna snipe her.
yeah,
And let's see what she does.
Something like that. Not necessarily the sniper. I mean, it's a sniper. We have a better sniper. It's called the Stinger, and we can shoot at her like that. We can also not just shoot at her like that. We will also know where she actually is, because Wolf 2 is more annoying than Wolf 1. She can go into more directions, which isn't fun.
I can't lock on right now. That's annoying. Yeah, I'm out of the ammo, but that's fine. We still got a lot. Yeah, this.
Yeah, this boss arena of Wolf 2 is much larger than the first one, because you have an entire field to go, or she has an entire field to go from the left to the right to, where in the first boss fight she was just having a little balcony kind of thing.
Yeah. She's here and she's moving, and I'm very slow locking on.
Oh, just one shot.
Yeah. And the problem is, in the middle there's a big snow hill and I can't shoot her there, so we have to wait for her to go all the way over there. And there we go, that's the fight. I also quickly healed up because this is faster here, because we get all full health back now. And if we heal up, we save a little bit of time in this animation. Actually, I want to be in this stun. There we go. Alright, that's disc 1 done. Let's go!
Yep. Old game, can't fit on one disc, you gotta switch out the discs.
Yeah.
And because I'm a zoomer, and when I first played the game, my assumption of disc 1 and 2 was 50% would be on disc 1, the other 50% would be on disc 2, because it would kinda make sense.
Yeah, and I remember you were very annoyed that the disc scope wasn't at the middle of the game. I'm like, well, it just isn't, I'm sorry.
I think that's kind of what Twin Snakes does, right?
The Twin Snakes does that, yeah, for sure.
There we can shoot at the crane. There's a grenade strat you could do for this, but it's kind of risky. So using this thing and shooting at the crane like that also works.
Yeah, it works, and it's a little bit more reliable specifically for me. Because we have a stun explode behind the door, it's actually counted as a closed room. And the weird thing about the MGS1 engine is that just like, having a stun explode wherever in the level, it will actually hit all of these enemies. But if it's behind the door, it actually doesn't alert. So which is great, because in an alert, the guards will change here. It's a little bit bad. But again, don't get an alert. And during the time they're all knocked out, I'm gonna quickly use the stinger, get rid of the crane, and just move on.
It's also funny because normally if you would throw a stun grenade, you would get an instant alert. But when you go down that staircase, there's a specific step where you can throw a stun grenade and you will not get an alert. This is, I don't know, cargo elevator fights. How you do this, you just toss them over the elevator, which can't be pleasant. Oh well, that guy just gets choked out.
Yeah,
oh, well.
Normally you turn down immediately and throw him over the railing, but my angle wasn't right, so I just threw him inside the elevator instead of over the railing. Oh well, happens.
Oh well.
What can you do? Well, it's still good because I barely got shot at all, so that's good. I'll take that at least. Speaking of getting shot, this turret is very annoying on extreme difficulty. Unless you actually intend to just use the chaff here or wait it out. But if you just want to walk by fast, if it then shoots you, you're like, of course, exactly now. This turret that's on the wall there, by the way, is turning the whole time, so it's based on the game time, and you never know exactly where it is. Unless you replicate the exact same run every time. Oh, so here's a good look at a boy. The best boy.
And This boy is definitely looking like he would like some extra buns. We got Otakon donating $25 and saying, I think extra buns on a burger is cursed. Let's do it. Love it. All right, that's extra buns on the burger with $25 in the lead. If anybody wants to be the savior of our good boy CC, you know what you got to do. We got Kaiser, brioche, potato roll, and sesame seed bun, which are perfectly valid choices. But I think my favorite is in the lead, so yeah. Don't forget to put your donations not just towards a poll, but also towards a current target. So we hit those beautiful, beautiful other incentives like Resident Evil Code Veronica upgrade to S rank coming up in roughly 6 hours, which is now a sixth of the way there.
Not quite I wanted that to happen here, but it's fine. We got a backup here.
Okay, this is the Vulcan Raven fight. That's the fight where House meant earlier that you
That's
can't
fine. We're gonna switch
grenades
strategies. Yeah, we're gonna switch strategies here because we have given him a few shots.
This is the thing I like to do. We just basically run into him with the grenades.
There you go. Another good thing when we're on easy and during a marathon, I have backups like that. I can just quickly change the strategy here. There you go.
Oh, that works
Just
out.
fight. I still got knocked. Oh well. Here we go. Yeah. So normally you actually want to shoot the Nikita and then shoot around the corner. And then what's funny is actually after Raven got hit, his first few shots when he starts up again are actually having iframes, so he can't hit us in that instance for once. Unlike every other time where the enemy is doing iframes. And so we can just continuously shoot the Nikita after him. And because he can't shoot it, we can actually damage him on the way here. Oops, switch here. Quite fun if it works, but the good thing is, at least on easy difficulty where we have enough rations, we can also just do a strategy where we cook a grenade, run towards him, he knocks us down. It doesn't even give us that much damage. And as we let go of the cook grenade, it will explode just in time before his iframes open up again. Rinse and repeat, and there we go.
We gotta listen to the zoom.
So good.
No.
Everyone knows a good zoom.
I don't like this rule when you first entered because first Otacon calls you very often, and it's such unsatisfying places. Like right before you're like, all right, I'm gonna get on that ladder, and right before you get on that ladder, Otacon calls you. That will happen on the next ladder, I think.
Here, just around the corner.
And then it happens on the roof of Rex again. Like, bro, keep it short, or just like, it's like that person. Instead of sending you one voice message, they gotta send you like 5.
Yeah. Oh, that was frame perfect. Let's go. That was good.
Oh, let's go.
Very satisfying when I hit that. Yeah, Medical Solid is the original yappers versus listener game. Snake is always listening and everyone else is yapping. Alright, so here's a fun fact. Steps only happen if they happen during your walking animation. And if you reset your animation of walking by unequipping and re-equipping the weapon, you actually never get to that frame in the animation where you would cause a step to be heard. And so we can actually silence the footsteps like that by over and over again unequipping and re-equipping a weapon. It's quite fun.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. Let's get down. Just got the Palki shot out of our hands, and now question in chat, give me a number from 1 through 7. Fun fact, 6 is the best, and then we go down until 1, and then 7 is actually the worst. So make your pick. I would hope for 6, because that is actually one of the 7 positions the Palki can be on now, because as we said in the beginning of the game, we actually farmed some alerts, so the moment we go down the next ladder, and we're at 11 or more alerts, the Palki won't be eaten by the rat when we want to retrieve it, but instead be in the ditch. On average, it's actually faster versus having a good rat eating the Palki to just pick it up in the ditch. So let's see. Feeding a 6, I like that. Mashed potato 7 with the worst one. Okay, well, we'll see. Ever the best or the worst. Let's see what happens. So we're gonna go down here and let's go.
It's the average of that, so it's gonna be like the middle.
We got the God bomb and the bounty right away. Oh, that's not terrible. I still lose some time having to throw away the bomb, but at least Palki was in position 5, so second best. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So what will we do with the Palki now? We will go up again in the room where we were. Then
We're gonna walk a lot now.
yeah, that's a lot of backtracking. That's also been eliminated in Twin Snakes.
Yeah. One of the many great reasons to speedrun Twin Snakes. However, Twin Snakes still doesn't have any % like we do in MGS. So
That's
at least
true.
that's something MGS will always have so far over DDS. Which is actually funny. I mean, considering how any % got started, so since I researched a lot, I got a little bit to talk about as we make our way through the sequence here. So, while many people have tried to skip this Palki sequence, we know at least a few fun facts. So, there is an internal store effect timer, and it's actually bigger than you all think. It's actually going up to, I think, 255. So it's massive. There's lots of tiny events that predate things like, okay, if you inserted the yellow key, which we just did, then you're in the next flag, and now you have to freeze it or else the next computers won't even react to it at all. No matter what you do. Even if you have the red key in your hand, it won't work. And you go to the right computer, you always gotta do the next one in order. And this story flag tracker actually also is something we try to avoid, or at least try to skip over by trying to increase it even more. But sadly so far we've not found anything. The only thing that we do have is something called weapons glitch, which takes a long time to explain, but it's basically a glitch where we have one weapon in our hand, but the game actually thinks we have another in our hand, actually in use. So, for example, we can make the game think we have the sniper in use, and use its ammo even, but actually because previously we used another weapon, say, for example, the grenade, we're actually gonna toss grenades in the world. It's a little bit disconnect of what the game thinks we do and what we actually do. There's an idea to swap around things like that, and if we could only, for example, have the game think instead the story flag is confused with the ammo of a weapon, we could just, for example, shoot the farmers and then up the story flag like that. That would be an amazing way, because we just need to enable it somehow, however that would be possible, shoot the farmers for a few times, precisely probably, and then we just enter the card queue once, and we'd already jumped at least to the normal and the frozen stage, so that would be fun. But so far, to no avail. Best thing we found is getting rid of some cutscenes in the PC version from 2000, which is its entirely own category, separate from console. And for very good reasons also, because on PC we can open and close codecs right away. We don't need to mash through them at all. And of course load times are instant. We have something called God mode exploits. Because even on console, actually when we quit the PS1 for example, when we lie down during this lie down animation, the game is like, oh, you're cool, you're not getting damage from this. So at least we have a chance to go into the scope. If you get shot immediately after being in the scope, that's fine, but during the lying down animation we have God mode. And on PC at least, where we have weapon hotkeys on keyboard, so the numbers 1 through 0, if you tap through them you can swap keys. It's actually working wrong, and we can swap the animation as it's happening. Quick check, there we go. And that allows us to use the God mode effect on the PC version and interrupt the animation of lying down. Quite cool. Allows us to skip some triggers, advance through rooms quicker, because these rooms are all just big squares. So you can also, for example, go past the load trigger, walk off the one end, enter the other end, and then use another load trigger like that. For example, the case we can go through this way.
There's actually a thing that House is gonna teach me all bosses for the PC category somewhere in the future. We've like kind of spontaneously decided that yesterday.
Yeah, the hype is real, chat.
The hype is real. But I don't know how long I'm actually, because
We'll see.
It's this thing what we're doing right now, backtracking so often back and forth. It's just not the best, I guess.
I still think at least that all bosses is better, because this sequence takes only a small fraction here of the entire run. Oh nice, not alert even.
Yeah, true.
And 90% it's basically the biggest part of the run. Like we skip so much. There you go. And basically only the power sequence is left. And no alert even, let's go. I like that. versus normal bosses, at least there's a whole bunch of bosses to fight first, and then we have the penalty sequence, which, especially on extreme difficulty, is kind of like a nice break, right? Because you play like for 50 minutes out of your mind against these extreme level bosses, and then you get the penalty sequence, and you're like, okay, we're just gonna walk a little bit, wait, you hang out, calm down, it's all good, and then there's the finale of the game. So I think in all bosses, at least, the mix is better.
Yeah, I guess that's chill. It's also like to make the Palki cold, like we just did, we needed to go back like 1 or 2 rooms with like these ladder climbing down and up sequences. Now we have to go even further back, up these 2 freight elevators. There will be a lot of codecs again and all that for like story stuff. While on Twin Snakes, for example, you stay in this exact same room. You have 2 specific pipes. One is the cold pipe, one is the hot pipe. If you shoot at the pipe and let the pipe hit you, with its gas basically, it will instantly cool down the Palki or heat it up. So you don't even need to leave this room, and it's so much faster.
So good, yeah. You are in danger of missing the drop because you have to drop from a higher level down to a lower one, and especially in TTS, it's a little bit like strict when you grab at the ledge again as you drop down. So it's also, at least for beginners, when I was beginning to run this game, easy enough to press too early, and the game's like, you pressed too early, I won't even accept the right frame press anymore, and you just fall to your death. It's like, well, thank you. So never press too early. You can press rather too late, just in time, but never too early, because then every press after that in TTS will be ignored during the sequence, for example.
Yeah, people like, well, we've dropped the names earlier before, like Il Paso or Tromboncino are trying. I think Il Paso more tries to go for a Palki skip.
Yeah,
which is like,
looking a lot at it. Yeah.
Which is a dream, because I think like that's the only like tedious, like actually tedious thing that's left to be like, that's like a mountain that needs to be climbed first, or like the next big one, I guess.
It would, especially both any percent and all bosses would make it so that you are basically constantly just in action mode. There's a little bit of downtime, of course, still in the cell, even on very easy difficulty where we use a different strat, thanks to being allowed different tricks in the run. Because this run is timed RTA, not IGT, because there's no score screen at the end of very easy. But yeah, if you would be able to, let's say it is from the 15 minutes that it takes here, to go in 5 minutes to the end of the game, like a 10-minute time save, that already would cut down so much of the just frankly boring parts going back and forth. Would make the run way more attractive again, because especially all bosses, I think then would just be constant action back to back all the way through. Like an extended version of Boss Rush, and I like the idea. So who knows? It's 2024 right now. Maybe I'll look back in a decade when we actually find out how it works. I was like, 10 years ago I was saying that, and hopefully in, I don't know, 2034 I'll be right.
Or maybe when you like continue your digging process of going to your forums, you see like, oh yeah, there was this one guy that had this run on the Bilibili website, unlisted.
Yeah, stuff like that, yeah.
And it's like a run from 2014, no one has ever heard of the person.
It's the thing, like even something smaller for console, where like so many people, for example, say like, oh yeah, I mean, MGS, just why did you press close during the coding? And I'm like, because you can in MGS1. And then maybe somewhere someone is like, oh, just hold R2 we're doing the codec, and then we're like a specific combination, and we're like, oh dang. Well, there we go. That's a big time save, because on the console version where we have to, even if we use turbo, it takes so long to get through the codecs. Even if we would be able to also, just like on PC, open and immediately close the code again, that would be such a big time save, you wouldn't believe it. There's a reason why PC or boss is easy right now is at 56 minutes. Hopefully soon at 54 minutes, thanks to my latest finding. If it's allowed on the board, still on discussion. And console is 1 hour and 80 minutes, I think, for easy. So like that alone, like load times, but also going through the codecs, that alone is a huge part in that time difference.
I think most people on the discussion are more for a yes. There's been one person that said, maybe. But generally, most people are for it, which is dope, actually.
The thing is, because this news is coming around a little bit on my end, I see also comments coming in like, isn't this boring the game? That's not real. Like, come on, guys, will you split the category at least? And I'm like, there's no native version anymore at all to play the game, unless you like burn the CDs or something. Because like we always already use a digital version from GOG, which is the official way to buy the game right now, which is already patched, and there's so many things in there changed slightly, and so that's why we have been using, for example, the full install for ages, because that was just the way to acquire the game and play it. We never thought about this old version, playing or installing the game directly from the old discs with the minimal version. And so, yeah, okay, you're just not familiar with the scene, and I guess that's fine to think about it that way, like, oh, you want it in the game, that's not fair. Where every runner that I know, at least, is like, sure, let's go for it. Let's figure out a way to make this easy, accessible for everyone, because, as I said, we already have a few other quality of life patches added to the game, let alone to make it work right. And so, I mean, this one thing, which is officially coming from the developers, is like just the next step. Like, everyone's like, yeah, makes sense. Sure. We went this far. Why not go and delete some files? Which, again, is like the official version how you can install a game. It's not like I went through and like, what if I delete these movies? How much faster would I go? No, this is legitimately how you can install the game. And of course, for us, because we skipped in a lot of things, it's so much faster. Speaking of skipping things, just a word to the organizers. I know in the estimate, I think there's like 10 minutes left. I hope I can catch that, but we may go slightly over time. But of course, I will let you all know here at SDAT when we get close to the end of the run. But just a word of advice, I hope we can still hit the estimate.
I think we can avoid a court-martial on that.
Thank God.
Barely.
Yeah, this is, I think, my 4th time at SDAT, if I'm not fully mistaken. My first time I can actually read on this t-shirt, which I bought specifically, was in 2021. I'm so glad to be here again, so thank you, everyone. Good work you all do here as well, especially at Speed Docs, making these documentations, but also, of course, the events as well. It's always a pleasure to be here, and once again, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. We love having everybody here on. From all you runners, commentators, and everybody in the back and in chat supporting us. Also, especially your donations. Give freely, give a lot, give what you can and what you're comfortable with. And save them damn kids. I mean, CJ is trying to make it a thing, trying to make it a saying, so gotta push it.
Right. One last tidbit from my research. I love this expression. So everyone says like LMAO or LOL. But recently I saw LMGO, laughing my guts out, and I'm like, you know what? That's so quirky, weird. I'm gonna try to make that a thing. So whenever you laugh now, think of houses. The old guys are like, oh, LMGO.
I was using that on the Celeste server today, I think. So I'm also spreading the word for it. It's like,
and it was like, what do you mean by that? Let's make.
When we went over the
good
forest,
observations.
Like, I went over the forest 2 days ago. It was like so funny because one, Hal told me a lot of stuff from back then because I don't know, he's like ancient and I'm not. One thing, and like 2 things is like these people on these forums are like so mean to each other for no reason that it's like kind of funny. It's for like I don't know, like there's just one guy that that basically tells someone that what they did is cool by just typing cool, and another guy below that just goes like, please prevent
don't spam.
Yeah, please don't report it for spam. That was it. Report it for spam.
Early 2000s. That was, I think, a 2007 comment or something. So it was like, cool. And the next one's like, please don't spam. And we're both looking at it, it's like, what? Oh my god, culture has changed.
they had no chill back then. That's so funny.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, like going through these old forums. I'm glad that Web Archive exists, and so worth it just going through old stuff. Even alone for the difference in culture, like, just look at any Discord server. Where are you not just saying like one phrase responses and stuff like that? So here we go. Position yourself here roughly.
Oh, we're here already. Okay.
Yeah, we're going fast. I heard this is a speedrun.
Yeah. How should we do a chaff grenade that will disable Rex completely? And he's just gonna shoot at this little shield thing, which I think is in phase 1 the only thing that's vulnerable. Oops. Oh, that was phase 1.
Yep.
Yeah, this will not play with the minimum install, by the way. That's like a 30 seconds time save already.
Yep. This is one of the cutscenes that is not part of the full install.
Yep.
And I mean, again, and like this is, just to set it in the PC category, this is a free time save for everyone. There's no execution error that can happen. We used to have an option on Very Easy where we alt-tab out of the game and back in, and stuff like this would be skipped. But we don't need this anymore because it's now reliable. So I'm gonna use this little lead method here to avoid the damage. Oops, I actually did it wrong. Yeah, because I'm Very Easy.
Not when I put the ration still, maybe, or...
We're good.
Oh yeah.
We're not good!
yeah.
Ah, no! Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, I'm taking the headphones off because I need to focus on the sound of the controller input, but yeah, well, you can explain what we do now.
Alright, we're gonna do the infinite punch liquid fight. House does not need any sounds because you'll be using his controller as a metronome, basically. Also, you have Jim Houseman, Jim hau5test in this game, and that's like the best character. Yes, so as House said once already, if you press circle 3 times, you're doing a punch kick. However, you can buffer pressing circle 2 times and then just repeating that. So punch. The kick will not be initiated, and you can loop liquid like that. It requires a setup first though, because if you just do it like that, the models of one of both Snake, Liquid, or both will move around. So we need to position him in the upper right corner preferably. We do have a setup for that. We run into him, throw him. He's gonna run to the left, we throw him again. That's the part where we just go punch. And that's being done until he's over. His health bar is pretty quick and easy. But yeah, we need to actually finish him off with a punch kick, which I think is a thing on the L. Oh yeah, now it is. That was a very good fight. Textbook example. GG to that. There's also a slower method that you can do, where you don't need to do punch, but you can actually just do punch, where you just do a single punch. So yeah, that's what I would say now 5 minutes from end.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, or just the escape sequence.
Yep. Again, we're gonna let you know when we're getting actually close to time, but yeah, this is the last sequence of the game.
This is the canon ending, so Meryl is actually driving the car. If you would have submit to Ocelot's torture, this would be Otacon driving the car right now.
Alright. And here's the last cool trick we speedrunners used. This was, I think, found in 2021 thanks to Twitch Plays, a live stream where they attempted to play through Metal Gear Solid via chat inputs. So for the first station, everything was normal, right? I'm just gonna align here, we're gonna have 2 barrels to shoot. And because I use a second controller actively as well, I'm gonna align here.
Okay, Snake, let's go.
I'm going to prepare now my second controller to use the D-pad down left input. Now what does this do? Well, you will see in just a moment. Hopefully I do everything correct now. Let's see.
We're not out of the woods yet. Here they come. We'll never make it.
You see the guards just running mindlessly into the gunfire. Why is that? Why is that?
They're all lemmings. So yeah, what I use is so-called 1P2C strat instead of 2P1C. So I have second controller here, and if you use the D-pad input on the second controller, you actually can manipulate the guards on the second checkpoint, which is especially on extreme difficulty quite good because there's 3 guys shooting at you. You need to give them 7 shots before we move on because you use body armor as well. And so with this D-pad method, we can actually manipulate him to just walk into a line of fire, which is quite good. And so, yeah, that was the last trick here. Now it's just the end of the game. For here, so probably get ready for time soon. A little bit over the minute. Now she's alive. Perfect. And transition shot, love it. I'm a little bit late in that one.
With a swag camera, very cool camera.
Fine. Ah, too late already. Sorry.
Play.
And that's the fight. That is also coming up with time, and give me a moment until we reach a new statistic screen. Just a little bit of critics here. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Last bit of conversation. Turbo, don't fail me now. Again, I really try to be with an estimate when I do these marathons, and I feel terribly sorry, but it looks like we're looking good. If Naomi can hurry up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And get ready. Come on. Time. Okay. Here's the new screen. Thank you so much, everyone. This was Metal Gear Solid, the console version / emulator version. All bosses category done on easy. Hopefully within the next year I can also master Extreme, maybe come back with Extreme, who knows. But until then, that was my little run here. How's this the name? Joined by Callista Rain. We're also speedrunning other Metal Gear Solid games on our Twitch if you want to check them out. But that's in the future. Right now, keep watching for great runs coming still up here at SDAT. Thank you everyone here for having me. And of course, I wish you all a great evening.
GG, thank you for being with us. And yeah, we'd love to have you back, kicking it up to Extreme, if you'd like.
I try.
I mean,
I try.
I can't promise, but I know the guy who checks for the runs and gets them in here, and yeah, you get returnees bonus.
Let's go. Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, thanks for all having us, and have a good rest of your event.
Thank you, beautiful. All right, we'll kick it to intermission, and we'll be back with you in